Hello everyone, I'm Amruta and you're watching my channel Guru's Academy. So students, let's start with the first chapter, that is Roman numerals of 5th standard. In today's world, we all are using the numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, which is uncountable, and these are the international numbers. Long years ago in Europe, they don't know numbers. But then how used to they count? Or was that they don't used to count? No, they used to. But then how? How would they write their numbers? How would they count? They were using Roman capitals to count numbers. So they are called Roman numbers. See student, in our first picture of a lesson, we can see that there is a clock given. But what can you observe in this? There are some symbols, there are some lines. There is one line which is written only once, then it is written two times, then three times. Again, we can see some symbol. Again, the line is written along with the symbol, or the line is written after the symbol. So, what are these? But then, how are these numbers written in which manner? This is what we are going to learn today. Isn't this something interesting? So let's see what are these Roman numbers and how are they written. Before starting learning Roman numbers, will have to keep in mind that this I, it denotes 1, V, it denotes 5, and X, it denotes 10. Now let's see how are these numbers written. Now first I will write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now see, as we have seen one first, that how is 1 written, we are supposed to write 1I. So for this one, I'll be writing this I, that means this is your 1. So same for 2, I will write this 2 times. Now for 3, I will write this 3 times. But students, how many times are going to write this I? We are having n numbers. We can't repeat them. So now students, before writing 4, we will write first 5. As it is given over here that how we supposed to write 5, we write this symbol. This is your 5. And then I will be writing 10. This is your symbol 10. So now students, let's see how are we supposed to write 4. This we all have understand that we have written 3 times 1, that means that is 3. But for 4 we can't write it 4 times. Now what does 4 means? 4 means what? 1 less than 5, that is 5 minus 1. So how are you going to write 4 over here? First we'll write this 5, and as we know 4 means what? 5 minus 1. That means we are supposed to write to the left hand side. So 1 means what over here? This is your 1. So we will write 1 over here. That means this is 5 minus 1. You have to write 1 to your left hand side. Numbers which we write for left hand side, that goes in minus. So that this is your 4. You all have understood till here. Now let's go for a next number, that is 6. Now 6 means what? 6 means 5 plus 1. This is your 6, isn't it? We have added 1 to your right hand side of the 5. So how is this 5 written in Roman? This is your 5. Now you have to add plus 1. Now this plus 1 you are adding to your right hand side. This one we know. This one means this Roman number 1. So this is your Roman number 1. So this is how we are supposed to write 6. Similarly, when we go for 7. 7 means what? 5 plus 2. So what will you write? This is your Roman number 5. This is 1 and 2. So 2 lines after 5. That is your 7. Now how will you write 8? 8 means what? 5 plus 3. So what will come here? This is your 5. 1, 2, 3. This is how we are supposed to write 8. Now don't think that here 9 means what? 5 plus 4. So we are supposed to give 4 lines. Now here comes when we write 4. Have we given your 4 lines? Have we written like this? Is this the correct way to write? No, this is the wrong way. So how are you going to write 9? Now 9 means what? 10 minus 1. Now see, we have seen over here. 4 means what? 5 minus 1. This minus 1, that means 1 we have written to left hand side of the 5. That have made your 4. Similarly, we are going to come for 9. What is 9 mean? 9 means 10. This is your 10 minus 1. I have told you minus 1 we are supposed to write to your left hand side. So this is 1. How are we writing 1? This is your Roman number 1. That means 10 minus 1. Now see, this is the rule of writing Roman numbers. When you're writing minus 1, we are supposed to write to your left hand side. Similarly is for 4. 4 is what? 5 minus 1. So that means this is your 5 minus we are writing to your left hand side, and this is your 4. Same is for 9. We have seen 9 means what? 10 minus 1. This is your 10, and minus 1. Minus we have to write to your left hand side. That means you are writing 1 over here. This is your 9. And we have seen 10, how we are supposed to write. So you will have understood how we are supposed to write 1 to 10 Roman numbers. What have we seen? We are not supposed to write this 1 continuously for 4. We will be writing 1 and your 5. That is your 5 minus 1. This is your first rule which we comes to know. What is the next one? We are supposed to write, when we write this Roman number 1 to the left hand side. This is your 5 when we are writing Roman number to your left hand side. We know this is your left hand side. And when we write to your right hand side, this is your right hand side. Writing Roman number 1 to the left hand side of 5 or 10. See, or 10. When we write 1 to the left hand side of 10, that makes your 9. And when we write left hand side 1 to the 5, that makes 5. So you all have understood how we are supposed to write Roman numbers 1 to 10. Now students, you all know how to write 11 to 20. What can you see here? 1 1 11, 1 2 12, 1 3 13, 1 4 14. What's happening over here? This one is repeating because it's in tens place. Now similarly, what we will do here, we will first write this tens. We will write this till 20. Now these are your tens. Now what does 11 means? 11 means what? 10 plus 1. This is what 10 we have written, plus 1. That means your 1 Roman number. This is your 11. Now what is the next number? 12. That means 10 plus 2. This is your 10 plus 2. Next will be your 13. 10 plus 3. This is your 10. 1, 2, 3. This is your 13. What is 14? How will you write 14? 10 plus 4 means 14. So this is what 10 we have written, and 4 we have learned before. 10 and this 4 makes 14. Similarly, 10 plus 5. This is our 10 and this is 5. Similarly, you are going to write 16. You all know how we are supposed to write 6. This is 10 and this is your 6. Then comes 7. Then comes 8. Now, how are we supposed to write 9? We have learned this before. 9 means what? 10 minus 1. That is, this is your 10 and 1 minus. That means minus you are supposed to write in left hand side. So this is your 10 we have written. Now your 10 plus 9. This is your 19. So this 9 we are adding to your right hand side. So 10 and this is your 9. That means this is 19. Now comes 20. You all know this is for 10. So if you write one more x, that means 10 plus 10. So this is your one more x, this is 10 and 10 makes 20. So this is how we are supposed to write 11 to 20. So students, now let's start for our problem set 1. Before starting this, I would like to tell you all that in our textbooks, we are having some rules given to write this Roman numbers. Some of the student might find it tricky or difficult, but I have explained you all 1 to 20 Roman numbers in very easy language so that you all can understand it easily. Now let's start for our first problem from problem set 1, that is write Write all numbers from 1 to 20 using Roman numbers. That I have told you all. We have seen how we are supposed to write 1 to 20 in Roman numbers. Now let's go for our next question. That is write the following numbers using international numbers. So what is our first number? First Roman number is given 5. And this we have learned. This is written for this 5 for our international number. We have learned this at the very first of the lesson, how we are supposed to write 1, 5 and 10. Now let's see what is the next one. So next is, what is the next number, you all can tell me? That is the 5 and we have written plus 2. We have written 2 after 5. That means what is this? 5 plus 2. That means it is 7. Understood, students? Now let's see what is the next. Yes, this is the Roman number 10. This also we have learned at the starting of the lesson. What is the next one? That is, what is this? What can you see? This is your Roman number 10. And how many 1 is written after that? 1, 2, 3. That means 10 plus 3. What does it makes? Yes, it's make 13. That means, how is 13 written? It is written as 10, 1, 2, 3. This is your number 13. Now let's see what is the next. Next is number what? This is your 10. And what is written after that? That is your 4. That means 10 plus 4. What does it makes? It makes 1, 4, 14. Now which is the next one? That is your 10. And next is 6. That means what? 10 plus 6. And we know what is 10 plus 6? That is 16. What is the next? That is your 10 and 8. So what is 10 and 8 makes? 10 plus 8 means what? 18. And what is the last one? Last one is what? This is your 10 and 1 is written to your left hand side. So we have seen 10 minus 1. When we write in left hand side, we are supposed to write minus. What is 10 minus 1? That is 19. So Roman number 9 is written as 1 and x, that is your 9. So you all have understood this. Now let's see what is the next. We have to fill in the empty boxes. Now see students, here are your numbers given and here are your Roman numerals. So what is your first number given? That is 3. So how are we supposed to write 3? 1, 2 and 3. This is your Roman number 3. Now what is the next? They have given us, this is your 5. And how many numbers after 5? 1, 2, 3. That means 5 plus 3. So what is 5 plus 3? That is your 8. Good. Now what will be the 6? 6 number they have given and you have to write Roman number 6. 6 means what? 5 plus 1. So you all know how we are supposed to write 5 in Roman. How we write 5 in Roman? This is your 5 in Roman plus 1. So that will make you 5 and 1. That is your 6. Now next is what? You have to write number for Roman number 12. Is it 12? What is that? 10 and 2 lines means what? Plus 2. So that is your 12. So the next one is 12. Now what is the number given? That is your number 15. And for 15 you have to write Roman number. So how we are supposed to write Roman number 15? I've told you this one is in tens place. That means you will write 10 first and 5. How we are supposed to write 5? This is your 5. This is your Roman number 15. And what is the last one now? Yes, last one you can see. This means your 10. What is written next to it? Next to it is what? That is your 9. That means 10 plus 9. That is your 19. That means the last number is 19. Now let's see what is the next question. Write the numbers using Roman numerals. I think we have practiced much. We have seen how to write 1 to 20 in Roman numbers. And in first 3 questions also we have seen. Now let's see what are the numbers given. What is the first number? That is 9. Yes, what does 9 means? 9 means what? 10. 9 means 10 minus 1. So how we supposed to write 10? This is your 10 and you have to write minus 1. So minus 1 comes to the left hand side. So left hand side means this is your 1. So this is how 9 you're supposed to write in Roman numbers. What is the next number given? It's 2. It's very simple. This is your 2. The next is what? 17. Yes, 17. What is the number given in tens? That is your 1. 1. This is your 10. 10 plus 7. You all know what is 10 plus 7? 10 plus 7 makes 17. So we have written this 10 and plus 7. Plus means you have to add it to your right hand side. So how you are supposed to write 7 in Roman? This is your 5, 6 and 7. So this is your number 17. Now what is the next? Yes, that is number 4. You all know 4 means what? 5 minus 1 is your 4. So how we are supposed to write it in Roman? This is your 5 and minus 1 means what? We are supposed to write that to your left hand side. So this is 1 I have written to the left hand side. That makes number 4. So I think you all have understood. So you all can write 11 and 18. That would be your exercise for this question. Now let's see what is the next. In the table below, each number is written in international numbers. These are your international numbers. And again then in Roman numerals, same numbers are written in Roman numerals. So what you have to do? You have to, if it is written correctly in Roman numerals, you have to put tick under the box, and if not, you have to cross. Now let's check. What is our international number is 4. But how have they written the Roman numeral? Is this the correct one? No. We have learned how you're supposed to write 4. 4 means what? 5 minus 1. That means this is your 5. Minus means you have to write to your left hand side. This is how we are supposed to write Roman number 4. So what will you do in the box? Will you tick or cross? Yes, correct. You will cross over here because the Roman number they have given is wrong. Now what is the next number? Next is number 6. 6 means what? 5 plus 1. That will make your 5 plus 1 means you have to write after 5. So this is your 1 to your right hand side. That means what they have given is correct. You'll put your tick mark. What is the next number? Next number is number 8. But we know how we are supposed to write 8. 8 means what? This is your 5. And 3 numbers after 5. 5 plus 3 makes 8. But what have they written? Is it correct? No, that is wrong. So you will put your tick mark over here. Wrong. What is next number? Next number they have given is 16. Now what does 16 means? 10 plus 6 makes 16. How will you write in Roman? This is your 10. And how you will write 6? This is your 6. This is your 16. That means the number given by them in Roman is correct. You will put tick in your box. Now what is the next one? Next one is 15. What have they written for no Roman number? This is what they have written. But looking at this, you all know this is not correct, because how is 15 written? 15 means 10 plus 5. That means this is your 10 and plus means we have to write to your right hand side. So how will you write 5? This is your 5. So this is how we are supposed to write 15. But how have they written? They have written 3 times 5. That means this is your wrong. You will put your cross mark over here. So you all have understood how we are supposed to write Roman numbers 1 to 20, and we have also solved sums on those. Now here is something given more. Now we have learned till 1, 5 and 10. Here is something given more. That is what? How you're supposed to write 50. This is your Roman number 50. For 50, you all are supposed to write L. This is what you all are supposed to keep in mind. For 50, you all will write L. And same is for 100, 500 and 1000. So what you're supposed to write for 100? That is capital letter C. For 500, capital letter D. And for 1000, capital letter M. So you all will keep in mind X, L, C, D, M. 10, 50, 100, 500 and 1000. So hope you all have understood the lesson what we have learned today, and do practice it. If you all have any problem, do comment me so that I will solve all your queries as and when you all require. If you all like the video, if you all understood, do comment it, share and subscribe my channel Guru's Academy. Thank you.